You know, say, every now and then, I have to come block some sounds and give out my warning, cause in this game of life, one needs to know, say, oneself, one mustn't be complacent on any at all if you want to be so on any other business but oneself. Must not be complacent. Always keep track of things and make note of things. And if possible, go viral with things according to how situation I go right now. Revolution will not be televised. And you see a personal business, you can't allow people to run amok with it because them intention is to. So you have to watch over your things. Scripture says you have to watch over your very clothes. Guard your clothes. And that me depend on some local things where every now and then you have to touch up some people and make them understand, say, yeah, see what I go on, and yeah, check up on what I go on, and yeah, monitor things and yeah, supervise things. So them understand, say, and put it in them clippers, say, them not forget it 1 minute. They must always get a reminder, say, you're not their meal ticket. I am not your meal ticket. You must be constantly be reminded that I Showers, I am not your meal ticket. And my brand is not your bargaining chip for your portal to your marketplace. Alright? Don't think I need to repeat myself on that because it's already recorded. So, I would like some people to understand, say, it is being supervised, heavily supervised and monitored. Showers and Weed Music Studio production is under tight rhapsody and it is going places, and the Showers record label is toe to toe with it, and the Showers Records and Water Company subsidiary is aligning with everything under one roof in one place, exactly where it's supposed to be. May not exactly where it's supposed to be, but it's exactly where it's supposed to be for the moment, I should say, because I know something of this magnitude need a house. It need a house. It need to be house. And it need a big house. What I am doing here, it need a very big house. It need to be house, and it need a very big house. So if you hear me, I try to own up some big place, no feel no way, because me have big things to put in it. Right? Me have big furniture, and me have big 70-inch television, and me have big something if you put in there. So if on the year me I say more big place, whether yard or foreign, yard and foreign, because sometimes the business gets so big you have to migrate the business and take the business elsewhere, because destiny is not limited. God them puts limit on sky and no, nobody can touch the firmament. So me now walk down the road there of analogy with them, and with them figure out me know what is what. And you see, according to how things set, one of you understand, say this thing is real, it's not a joke, and it's not going anywhere. It's just gonna grow in your face, and you're just gonna have to deal with it whether you start yesterday, a week ago, a month ago, a year ago, a decade ago. You just gotta start somewhere, because it's growing on you. Because all time people always say, "Why come you no need to go look on it. Stand up, it will come past you." And you see for this reason of spot checking up on things, keeping people on them toes, make people understand a thing or two. Because people need to understand a thing or two. Every now and then you need to make them understand themselves, because they always want to run off on you because they don't know how to fly, and they keep overshotting, they run away. And because your air base probably near them, they just use your runaway as their runaway, and they destroy your tarmac, and then you have to go and spend to fix it. So you have to be careful of these people. They will do it when you're not looking. So you have to constantly be on your guard. Guard your clothes. Scripture says so. You're very close if you guard your clothes. You know, say, as much as them don't want it to look real, it is as real as daylight, as sure as day for the morning. The Showers and Weed Music Studio production is real. Showers record label is real. And the Showers portable bottled water is real. Some of the commodities, merchandise from one sector has already been published, manufactured and published. From the music section, manufacturing and publishing has already done. Distribution has already done. Who not get it yet? When they just have to play catch up. The record production has really gone through, successfully gone through. Record press, CD burn, album done, publish, everything is already done. And the water company is on the rise, soon to be in stores or supermarket near you. Labeling is done. Negotiation is done. It's just merchandising. So, people, look out for it. When you see the Showers portable water, support it. It's clean, pure drinking water coming from a certified manufacturer. It's not something we done run at the back of the house, or in the kitchen, or in some little what would you call it? You know, those little store that they got their little machine inside the store. Nothing like that. It's coming from big manufacturing. You will see the manufacturer on it. Produced and directed and manufacturer. Wherever. You will see it. And the brand is there. Pronounce. Cannot miss it. Support it. For this reason, I ask you to support it, because the same way people would ask you to not, I am asking you to support it when you see it, because it is a commodity that is I would say is a precious commodity, and besides being a precious commodity, it's essential. It's an essential product, and you should not overlook it. I am here as witness to the Showers and Weed Music Studio production and the Showers portable bottled water as a forerunner in the entire thing, from foundation to finishing, from foundation to launching. Been there, and I've done it all. So I can speak from a respective point of view and an operative point of view on the matter as to where and what went down brought things to where it is today. So I would like for everyone to pay some credence and give some respect to the hard work putting into someone's dream from scratch, from foundation to finish. In the same way you would like your work to be praised and like to be lauded, or like to be clapped at the end of your hard work. And you see your hard work pays off, and you know that, yeah, I did that. And it is also something that you yourself cannot contain. It will entail job creation in the future because it was built and made that way for that purpose. So for that purpose, you should be good to it because somebody for you will be employed by it. The Showers Records and Water Company and the Showers and Weed Music Studio Productions. For the longest while now, there's a lot of rumors and speculation and all sort of stuff going on. Y'all hear me coming out against the gaslighting and the subjective reality and the subjective truth and the predictive programming, the narcissism. You hear me coming out bashing all of these things, putting them down. And a lot of time people might think, why does he follow up these things and toe to toe with these people? For one reason, old time people always say, if you want to know ant's belly stay, you have to take time for mash him gut. And let me repeat that again. Old time people always say, if you want to know how ant's belly stay, you have to take time mash him gut. Because ants is a very tiny creature, and if you don't use microscope to see it in its gigantic stage, you will not know how to operate on it. And in the same way, it said never be in a haste to catch flea. Basically because old time people know that flea is a very jumpy creature. And flea is a creature, if it jumps, you will not see where it land because of its size to the naked eye. So you must know these proverbs and these cliches. Study them and make them be like wisdom to you so you can tell the future with them. They are like predictions. And I always live by these things. So when I see certain things come upon me, I know to myself that, oh, that's something that I've passed through, came again in a different clothing. It's nothing that is unmatched. I can defeat it anytime by not even saying nothing. I can say whatever I want and defeat it just the same. Because it's powerless against me. And I want anyone who wants to come against me and to come against my brand, they should take my word for it. You shouldn't. Because you have no moral obligations or rights, or moral authority, or legal authority to come against it. If you come against it, you will be just coming against it out of sheer jealousy and envy and words. Because what you would be doing is misconstrued saying for telling. Because saying and telling is not the same, but basically is a synonym, because you're literally saying when you're telling and you're telling when you're saying. But there's a difference. Different sound, same meaning, or same meaning, different words. But it's the same thing. And this is it. When you have no moral obligations or any legal rights to speak on my behalf or concerning my behalf, then you would be saying and not telling. And when you're saying, you speak from a personal point of view without authority. Because what is not in your right to speak on or sell, you cannot sell it or you cannot speak on it. So if you're gonna say something to me, it's out of your personal choice. So if you choose to say whatever devouring words are, whatever adjective you want to use, it's just because you chose to. And that doesn't matter to me because I know the difference between saying and telling. And because I know that you cannot tell me anything, it wouldn't bother me if you say anything. I just know that I must not allow you to have the last say. My last say must be the nail in your coffin because you want to drive home on my road and I want to dig a ditch for you on my road. So let's have a go. You want to drive on my road and I'm going to dig a ditch on my road for you. So say what you want because I will have the last say eventually. But the fact of the matter is that it doesn't matter what you say, it wouldn't matter any at all because it have no moral obligation or right or any liability on me or in my business for it to redirect the route or the destination or what is destined to happen on it or in it. So I'm just saying to you right now, know the difference between saying and telling. When you are saying something to me, it's of your personal ideology and your personal analogy. You're not telling me anything because telling me something is of authority and moral obligations and liability. And that's what you don't have, to tell me anything that is liable to any moral obligations that you owe in my business or any rights to my business legally. So you can say whatever you want because it's in your personal right. But in my personal right, in my legal rights, you cannot tell me nothing. So if you think that you can tell me off to make me feel embarrassed in your saying, you just misconstrued. If you think you can put me in my place by saying to me, thinking you're telling me, you just misconstrued. Because you should know your rights and differentiate it with moral obligations and legal obligations. All right? And that's what I got. Moral and legal obligations to not take telling from you. So if you want to fight me, or if you want to say whatever you want, tell people do not support me, tell people whatever you want. It's just you saying what you want, because what I am doing is all I need to do is to continue to do what I am doing, and the higher I elevate, is the less of you will be there, because you cannot compete with the building process. You can only compete with the groundwork. You cannot compete with the building process. Your mission is to prevent the building process from elevate. So you start at the groundwork to keep the groundwork hampered by your whatever scheming. So if you want to fight me, remember, you're gonna have to say something to try to stop me. You're gonna have to say something to try to discourage me. You're gonna have to say something to in the process of saying something, you're just saying something because you don't have the moral authority or the rights or obligations to say stop doing what you're doing now. You don't have the moral obligations, you don't have the legal rights to say. You cannot use my record label to promote yourself online like I will do you. I can tell you stuff. I don't have to say stuff to you. I can tell you stuff. First hand, I can tell you stuff. Copyright infringement and breaches is violation. Unauthorized duplication and publication is violation by punishable law. Right? I can tell you that. That's what I'm telling you. But if I'm gonna be saying something to you, I would be like, oh, do not mess around with my brand. Do not do this. Do not whatever. Do not say this to me. Do not speak to me like that. Do not speak about my brand like that. Do not whatever. Do not speak about my life. Do not speak about my condition. Do not speak about whatever. I can say these things to you, but you can say whatever you want still. I cannot stop you because it's your moral rights to say what you want. But you cannot say to me, stop doing what you're doing. Stop going where you're going. Don't do that anymore. Don't go there anymore. Don't promote anymore. Take down your music off YouTube. Take down your promotion off social media. Get off my website. Get off my Facebook page. Get off my internet. Get out my data. You're not using my device. You cannot say that to me, and you would be telling me that. You would not be saying that to me. You would be telling me that. So if you cannot tell me that, what you're saying to me, it's water off duck's back. I'm just having fun with it as we go along on my journey of success. So if you want to stay out there and be the shish kebab roasting over slow flame, or you want to be the pork chop on the tip of a fork turning over charred coal fire, being roast slowly, feel free. You want to be in the arena, there's a cliche said, you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen. You don't have to be where you at planning out to start a riot or start a fight or start some animosity because you're being ass whooped. You and your gang, are being ass whooped by someone you dubbed a dunce. You well learned creatures, you well learned scholars are getting your ass whooped virally by someone you dubbed a dunce culture. See, you're just saying what you're saying. That doesn't bother me because I know what I'm capable of. You don't know. You never thought I could whoop all your asses. You never thought I could whoop your asses soundly and send you out to bed. You never thought that. See? So you was just saying what you were saying. You couldn't tell me not to. You couldn't brag about it because you never thought I would rise up so dangerous on y'all. So you see, all of you out there who is up in your feelings about me and my stuff, just remember that this thing came from somewhere and it came out of a dream and it morphed into something real. The hypothesis has gone. This is the evidence. The Showers and Weed Music Studio production and the Showers Records and Water Company and the artist Showers is the evidence and the witness. I am the witness to the evidence of the hypothesis that went on to brought it all to your attention that this does exist. Because they said for one to become successful, you have to have a clown. You all saw the clown. The clown was running with my name. The clown was running with my brand. The clown was running with my record. The clown was running with everything. The clown was running with my vest. The clown was even telling people that I am his brother and I am wearing his clothes. My name brand, custom built jackets that they saw me in. I am the only one who have those jackets. I'm the only one who wear those denim vests, I should say, because in Jamaica, jacket is a bastard child, so I better not use that word frivolous. My denim vest, they went far enough to say I am wearing their vest because they ran out with my work, so I must be a follower. So I'm telling the people now, that's the clown. That the person who was telling you they are the man, I am telling you they are the clown. So who you gonna believe? Believe what you want until you get it. I don't have to force anything on you. I can tell you to believe me, but who am I to tell you anything? I'm just in my right, my legal rights to tell you what I want. And I can eat half and leave half. In Jamaica, them say nyam half and leave half. So basically, my clown has brought it to your attention. It went viral and went global because of my clown. And the worst thing about it, every clown that brought success to a superstar knew that they were playing the clown like a stunt double. Every stunt double knew that they're playing the stunt double, but my clown never knew. So call me clever. All right, just call me clever. Call me Showers, aka Mr. Clever, because my clown was used without his knowledge to bring me to the globe on the global front stage. And then I took it from there. I'm like, thank you, son, but I'll take it from here. All right? Because this is what you do when you're in a telling position. Thank you, but I'll take it from here. And there's absolutely nothing they can do but just back off. So I want my peeps and my fans to be constantly convinced with my words, because I am a man of my words. If it's half you getting, it's half you get. If it's full you getting, it's full you getting. All right. So I feel the dust is settling. I feel the dust is settling. I see the damper and I feel the dust is settling. Even the social media spaces is not so hot and fiery with the loads of allegations. There's a couple of drones out there still getting shut down, still feel like they want to fly out on me, only to get shut down. They still fly into a battleground because all guns is aiming at their starship. Because the clown wants to prove that he did this unwillingly and he must be compensated. And I'm telling him, the clown, that you have no right and you have no moral or legal obligations to get anything from me, not even knowings, right? And the clown is not happy with it. So the clown wants to start a riot, and the clown wants everything around me to rise up, every sticks and stone to rise up against me. But I already make the sticks and the stones know that they are breakable, all right? And they are good for the fire also. So I'm not bothered because they are told by these words, that is bound by law, that they shouldn't mess about with things that doesn't concern them. And you cannot sell what you don't own. And you should stand your ground and mind your goddamn business. You should remember these things in life. And I want to remind them that this is what I am putting out to you. Be reminded that you were a clown, played the field, a stunt double, and you brought it out to the public. I did the distribution, I did the creation, and you run with the publication. And the publication is out there, but you were planning to do the premiere on radio. But then where I step in. That's where I step in, when you were planning to do the premiere on radio, because the radio station, these jocks, were up in arms to run with the premiere for the clown. And I have to tell the radio station, this jocks, oh no you don't. And besides telling them, oh no you don't, I get an attorney to tell them, oh no you don't. And their publisher got the message also. So I want all of you out there who run off on 10 toes and 10 legs to rise up against the Showers and Weed Music Studio production and where it's located and who runs it and whatever. I just want y'all to understand that this is something that is not built to be tear down. If you notice where it is stored, it is being stored in heaven, where no dust nor moth can grow on it. If you all notice it, it's not in some guy's studio. It's not in some girl's bedroom. It's not in some hotel lobby. It's not in some dance hall. It's not in some stage show performance. it is stored. It is not in the hand of some director in some foreign land or some engineer or producer. The powers that be make it to be in one place. Everything that compiles this mission, everything that put this mission together is in one place. Just like it was ordained to be. Not what it was planned to be, it was ordained. Because nobody could tell me 10 years ago that this is what was going to play it out word for word, day after day. Everything fall into place, and I saw that it was good, like all the Bible was read in Genesis. God said, let there be light, and he saw that it was good. And then he moved on to something else. All right, so that's what I did. When I said music production, I saw that it was good, and then I moved on to something else. I fix it and put it in place and make it work. And when I saw that it worked, when I collect my first royalty check, I know to myself that this is a workable machinery. This is an oil and ready machinery. Just need financing. Just need proper financing. Because I saw what it done. There are guys out there who would think that, because I've heard some of the rumors and the criticism, and not that I'm gonna go back over them, but it doesn't matter or make sense you say these things, because the things that you say doesn't really make sense or does anything to change anything in the forward movements and what was being materialized out of a manifestation. All right, because look at it when I came to the first studio in Mandeville. When I went to the first studio in Mandeville, the studio that I went to in Mandeville was a tiny little area. You know those little area underneath Bannister? You know those little area underneath the Bannister that went upstairs, that spiral that run upstairs. There's a little Bannister. There's a little area under the Bannister, and it was a cap round area. A little 4x4, 6x4 probably area, or 8x6 area. And it was boxed up. And a little studio was built in it. And there is where we do recording. There's where I did my first recording. And when I went to that studio, there was a lot of guys there. I'm like seeing there was like about 8 to 9 guys stationed at the studio. Every day you go to the studio, you would see these guys at the studio, plus the engineer. And then you would see some other guys who came to the studio and some other girls who came to the studio. I mean, there were girls and guys at the studio. There were more guys at the studio. Boys. There were more boys at the studio. But there were girls at the studio also. But some of them stationed there, about 8, 9, or 10 of us. And I included. I came along. I'm added to the group. So I be going to the studio like every day now. And there would be some guys come to the studio and they do their work and they went away. They're gone. When I gone to the studio, the first time I've gone to the recording studio, I was prepared for the studio, but I was not prepared for the industry. I was not prepared for the music industry, but I was prepared for the studio. All right? But when I got to the studio, I realized that getting prepared for the studio from where you're coming is different from when you're at the studio. There's a total different frame of mind and preparation you're gonna have to swap over. So I learn these things as I go along. But as I go along learning and studying stuff and getting grasp of things that I need to know, that I never knew in music, producing and so on and so forth, I always notice the guys, they always at the studio, they're fishing around, they do some dub plate here. Sometimes some sound boys come and they want some dub plate and they do dub plate. They're like dub plate artists. Some of them do 45, but some of them do album. Some do single and some do album and some just do dub plates. And I always notice they're just there for that. They're just there for that. And one day I said, how is it that me never hear none of you songs playing on air, but you call yourself artist. You call yourself musician, you call yourself engineer, but I never hear one of your name are, but yet still you're making such nice music. Music that I heard that are not better than them on ear. I've heard songs on ear that are not better than what I've heard in the studio by these little guys who have no names. And I'm like, but these songs should be on ear. They got nice words, they got conscious words, they got nice beat, they got nice lyrics, a nice voice. And I said to them, how is it that there's none of you guys on ear and you got music, so many music in the studio producing every day? Why? And I think the producer was the one who get up and said, it's what you want, is what they want. They just want to be at the studio. And everybody sit quietly. Let's go about my business same way. And I was checking out what's going on, preying what's going on. At the time when we was breaking out in a studio production in Mandeville, only General Degree, I can mention the artists them who me know are big artists where everybody know over the world. Then tour down the whole world will come from Mandeville. I know General Degree, I know Tony Rebel, I know Yasu Safari, and I know Lidge, which is Garnet Silk brother. I don't know if I'm brother or about a family Garnet Silk plus Garnet Silk. So 2 guys from Iran Silk, them 3 guys are from the same family. 3 guys from the same family. And 2 guys from outside. Rebel, Yasu Safari, and Degree, yeah. So 6 of them. And Terry Linen. Terry Linen was a youth recently break out after all of them. I start hear Terry Linen after them, and I hear say a Mandeville Terry Linen base. I really see him a Mandeville still sometime. Him even come at the studio too. The same studio when I go, him was friends with the producer, and he usually come at the studio too. So I get to see Terry Linen at the studio. Those were the guys I was hearing bellying out on radio. Every radio station you hear them a play upon. You hear them on big stage show, you see them on poster, you hear them go on tour. They were the big artists. I do them thing out there. That time I just a jump in at the music business. Never have no intention for boss big. Don't know if I go boss big. Just go into the studio. Because I see it as something to be done. Everybody have a trade and I see my one. I see my one through creating a craft and owning my craft. I see my trade as that. And you know what I say? All when I see I go on and I hear the music them I play and I hear artists I get boss and I see the big artists them I come at the studio. All of the big artists them come at the studio. And I still not see the artists them where they at the studio now I link with the artists them. We're boss already. So I realize that there is no connection between the artists them were boss already and the artists them were at the studio. So me I say to myself say, me look through it and see couple months up ahead and me I say to myself say if them are 8 or 9 person yeah, they are the studio yeah, and them are big artists yeah were there on radio, every radio station and upon every tour and stage show and there's a slash between them. There's a slash between them because there is no connection with them when they come to the studio. When they come to the studio, nobody can go into the studio but them and the producer and the engineer and the harmony. So all that who are there at the studio have to wait outside. Sometimes when they're gone, me hear the artists them grumble. Some of them grumble, black some look sound like them go on like them are the best because when them come out, they like we have to come out of the studio when them come in at the studio and them are grumble. And me just look on it and me listen and me I say, but if they are there at the studio with this producer who know those guys who already got into the international field, who can drag some people with them, have such a distance between them, so close and so far. I'm saying to myself, I am behind 10 people. How long will it take for me to break into one of these people world to get a break on air if they're not getting ahead with the first person that they're dealing with? Because the producer have songs and him have album and they are on air, but they are not promoting the producer songs also. So the producer is still getting left. He's just doing his job for them when they come for some dub or come to record some songs. So I said to myself, you know what? This is not what I come to do, but I saw it, and this is what I'm gonna do now that I saw it. So I said to myself, you know what? Just record your song, and the things that you wish for people, do it for yourself. The things that you wish for people, do it for yourself. So the same way I said to them, how is it that you guys ain't got no songs on air, but yet still you got so much songs in the hard drive, and you got so much songs on CD, and you make such good songs? Why is it that you're not getting promoted? I did it for myself. I say it to them, and I tell myself, this is what you should do. So I didn't stop to ask anybody any question. There was even a guy there. He said to me one night, I was at the studio, and he said to me, my youth, me say you want to make a break in the music business, but me I tell you the truth, at Kingston you have to go, At Kingston you have to go, them now break no man a Mandeville, man, no get boss a Mandeville, Them no boss people, them no boss artists a Mandeville, and that me hear the artist say. I think him name, I don't know if I want to promote him name still, But him said to me, say, he always wear one look of shine pat something on his head. He always wear one look of shine something pat something on his head. And then call him the name after the something when we wear on his head. You're not supposed to know how me attack. And him said to me, say, sir, Kingston, you have to go if you want boss. Because they saw the producer, them, they and the studio, them and the engineer, them and the whole of these people connect to them places and radio station there, They are Mandeville, and I say, true. I listen to him, but I don't really take him advice. I just listen to him, I say. Because I say to myself, say, I will tell myself, I go do, So when time I go to Obama, I start going to studio. I say the whole of them their studio and them advice and them advice. Them even advice better than me too. Them are professional, When I tell you say a professional artist, them when I skip beat, you see when I skip beat, them a chop up beat, All of the artists them when I tell you about, the new artists, them, you see all of them. When I skip beat, man, and I tell the producer, I say, hold on, look a bit there. And time I run for my money, And I tell the producer, I say, hold on, look a bit there. Cut this up. And I go so, and I think back what I do. And then I jump on the beat again because, and not that I forget what I do, but the beat, that I still learn some things, And them are chop it, But I go on and pang, until I get my song done. And I say, all right, producer, fix up that for me. And the producer fix it up. And the producer burn the song give me. And when the producer burn the song give me, I said, thank you, sir. Even though I pay him, I said, thank you. And we did the chat, beat some liquor, burn some weed, smoke some cigarettes, sitting until I decide to go about my business. When me go about my business now, I don't do nothing more than burn up some songs together and put them on one CD. And count up what I have until I get about 7 and put them on one CD. And then I say to myself, say, I'm going to find a radio station. I'm going to zip and I start run up and down. And I start run up and down. From the producer introduced me to J-Cap. And the producer introduced me to J-Cap because him did I go do some copywriting. And he asked me if I want to know where J-Cap done. I said, yeah. And through me that drive at the time, we took the initiative for me and him and a couple more artists, Run Go Kingston, and then show me J-Cap, and we get for copyright me song them. So from this on now, I start Run Go J-Cap on my own, and I start Run Go Montego, I start Run Go Ochip on my own. So I Run Go Ochip, I Run Go Kingston, and I Run Go Kingston, and I run come back to Mandeville. So I go so now, bam, I start build song now, and I start Shot Go Ochip, and then I Shot Go Kingston, because each time I go release my song, I always go copyright them after. I never copyright them first. Everyone I sang them when I release, I copyright them after. I run go to the radio station, release the radio station, copy, and then I go to the copyright office, and then I copyright the song. So the first earplay we get on the radio, at the time that the song get copyright, on the first earplay. And I saw me do my thing. So when I come back at the studio now and they hear me song on the radio, because one of the artists said, them not hear the song where you do at the studio yesterday on the radio, how you get song on the radio? And they might praise me. And some of the other artists them say. Then how come Showers just can't get song and play on radio song with this so long? And the producer again get up and say, because uno no want a song on radio, Showers want a song on radio. Uno want voice in a studio. And that the producer say. And me feel good. Me feel good for no say that. And you know say out of all of that, they were mouth. That's why I try to study. That's why I try to study hard, you know. So it's when I see certain things, I know how to deconstruct it and see what it's made up of. If it's the explosive is damaging, or is just a detonation, just an explosion in it, like a dog bark without no bite, they say. So when I hear some people talk some things, I know that it's a bark without bite. So one at a time there was an argument, and they were like, certain man will get bust in a music business because of certain things where them indulge in. It's a kind of, the kind of gaslight that's the beginning of gaslight, when they start talking about what people do to get ahead. So when they see you getting ahead, they will just easily run rings around you. They will easily class you in it because they see you getting ahead without them or before them. And they will be like, how we there so long and we not get you, but him just come here and him I get you. And what him do so? And who him a link with? And who a boss him? I must funny man a bust him, because I only funny man boss way in a music so fast. And me hear the argument them. It was a gaslighting. Nobody was pointing at me, but it was a gaslighting. And when me hear the argument, me I say, this is how people mind work. All I need to do is to focus on what I'm doing. And me hear the argument, and the argument come all the way up to today. It came all the way up till today, with me here still doing my business on my own, and everybody see that I'm on my own doing my business, and they are still out there trying to associate my business online, because it is online and it is frivolous, because I publish it on a free space. They can find it on Facebook, LinkedIn, WhatsApp, Tumblr. They can find it practically everywhere. My blog is on Google. I'm on YouTube. They can find me practically everywhere online. Tumblr, Twitter, X, Snapchat. They can find me just about everywhere. I'm on SoundCloud again, which is a website that you can access just like that. So there's no way they can say that they don't know who I is or where I'm from and what I'm about. But the thing is, I am here doing the same thing, watching these people, watching me, trying to pretend that they don't want me to know that they know who I is and why they're behaving the way they're behaving and be so segregating. But I want them to know that I know that you know who I is and what I'm about. And that's the reason why you behave the way you do. And that's the reason why I am behaving the way I do. So you don't get to decide my restorative justice method. How I choose to bring about settlement, that's how I'm gonna bring about it. You don't get to decide, because in a war, your opponent does not get to say where they're being shot on their body. And a lion does not care if a cheetah or a goat agrees with it, ripping it to shreds when it's hungry. The lion doesn't care about that. So here I am with it all put together, selling it to the public as something good. And this is what I want the public to buy it as: something good, something authentic, and something real. Take telling, don't take saying. Telling guides you in the right direction. Saying leads to gossiping and rumors and propagandas and lies. And then you will become a subscriber to gaslighting and smear campaigning. because not because you want the excitement, but because you're naive and you're gullible, and you're not supposed to be like that. Because things like those does not benefit anyone. Being gullible, it does not benefit anyone. So I am here to put the record straight, set the record straight, as I would say, get everyone to understand themselves, both both those who are haters, are nemesis, are friends, followers, whoever you are. I'm just here to set the record straight for everyone to see it clearly. So if the narcissist want to be narcissistic, or if the gaslighter want to gaslight, if the smear campaigner want to smear campaign, we know why you do it. All right. So everybody hold their position, because the flag must be fanned, the fire must be fanned to keep it alive, and you are there also to fan the fire with gaslighting, and fan the fire with smear campaigning, and fan the fire, because the telling is a foundation that will not be shaken by the saying. The naysayers will not shake the foundation. Like trying to put someone in front of the brand and trying to put someone in front of the record label, I mean the music production, to pretend it. It will not work like that. You cannot pretend something like this. You have to be there in real time, dealing with it like what I'm doing now. And if you're not in the position to deal with it like I'm doing it now, you just ain't doing it. You ain't cutting it. And you ain't pulling it down. And you ain't taking it nowhere without me. Clown. You just ain't. So, all of you out there who know and understand that this is real and you're working with something real, big ups to you. And all of you who know that it's real and decided to hold ardent because you're disgruntled, kudos to you just the same, because you're there for a reason. But the show must go on, and I am the star. And you don't get to run out on stage in front of me. You do not go out to take up high position, to ask, to be asked, to step down. You don't do that to yourself. So, in me about to close this video, I'm just saying to my peeps, where I'm standing and from where I'm looking at things look good. All right? So I'm not bothered about nothing what nobody is saying. The only thing that I would be bothered about if they could tell me anything, but they can't tell me nothing. Because I've grown past the stage of anyone telling me, this is how you do it. This is where you go to get that done. This is who you deal with. This is what you have to do. I've grown past that stage. So if I appear to be selfish or self-centered or passive, or if I tend to be any of these things that you would say, oh yeah, it's hard to deal with, then maybe I is, because I have found myself in a situation where I am in full control of everything. So, and basically because of what I've learned, if it's not in par with what my ideals as I'm grown with the creation over the years, I'm not accepting it in my business. I don't want it in my business if it does not resonate with my ideals. I don't care where it's coming from. I don't care what level. I don't care who. I am not after integrity. I am not after name, I am after evidence. That's what I'm after. And the evidence is what I need to prove my name and to prove allegation wrong. Alright? So where I'm stand right now is in my right and in my glory, defending myself, defending what I've created, because that's the stage where it's at now, the security stage, because the groundwork has done and the material is there and the raw material is all over the place and it's everywhere and it needs to be secured. So I have to be constantly monitoring the sites. All right, so follow me on all social media platforms here on Facebook, WhatsApp, Snapchat, Tumblr, Twitter. I'm also on TikTok, but we all know what is going on with TikTok. But TikTok is still feeding Facebook. I don't know. I'm getting a lot of feed from TikTok on Facebook just the same. So TikTok must be active somewhere, somehow, in a different name. But it's the same brand being fed to my page because my TikTok page feed my Facebook page, like my IG page and my X page does the same. I set it up that way that it fed to my main page that I use most of the time to keep them active. I get all of them sent to my Facebook page. So follow me everywhere on social media. Don't forget to check out my music platform, my music link. It's Showers Inc. at soundcloud.com. My album is titled Above All. And you can follow me and follow my webpage, showers.video.blog slash word slash contact wordpress.com. Again, I repeat, my webpage is showers.video.blog slash contact wordpress.com. Give me the strength that I need. Give me the support that I need. I am not asking for anyone to be running to my rescue. I'm not asking anyone to be giving me any aid or asking for any handouts. All I'm asking for is for you to cut me some slacks. That's what I meant. If you see no reason to be holding Arden, there's no reason, then you shouldn't. If there's no reason for you to be putting up roadblocks, then you shouldn't. If there's no reason for you to be, there's no reason, then you shouldn't, because I have my ID and I have my passport. All right? Last time I checked, I have my passport and I have my ID, so I am fully booked for clearance. All right? So I want everyone out here to take these words and just let it be emulated through the company Showers and Weed Music Studio Production / Showers Records and Water Company and the artist Showers. Alright? And just work with it from that. You who just came on the scene and just understand what is going on, you don't have to listen to anyone. Do your own research, because that's where you're gonna get messed up if you start listening to what people say. There's a whole lot of videos out there for you to learn from, pick bits and pieces from, and you can take time out to listen to the entire thing. You don't have to take all the hour in one. Alright? So for now, this is your boy Showers coming to you live and direct up inside the place. Showers and Weed Music Studio Production, Studio Flat to be exact. You know, this is Amanda from Manchester, Jamaica, double I connection to the Brumilla Road. Yeah, niggas, come on, work with me on this. Big up on yourself out there. And look out for the Showers Records and Water. Soon to be in stores and supermarket near you. Alright? Big up on yourself. Boom.